Nervomatrix was founded in 2007 by a physician from Haifa and the Target Tech Innovation Center here in Netanya. Basically, the company was founded in order to generate a solution for the treatment of back pain. And the technology is based on two, I would say, known or facts that pre-existed and we reviewed in professional literature. Number one is the specific pulse modulation that is highly effective in relieving pain, and the other one is that pain points or pain areas above the back can be identified by measuring electrical properties of the skin. This was the basis which the physician, Dr. Miguel Gorenberg from Haifa, actually collected and built the idea on. The company managed in a year and a half time to actually build a prototype, and in additional year it took us to perform clinical evaluation at the Bnei Zion Medical Center in Haifa. Due to the success in this clinical evaluation, it was a relatively small single-arm clinical study. We entered into another, I would say, section of the Chief Scientist of Israel program, and we continued. By the end of 2010, we had FDA clearance for in the United States, and we actually sold two of our second and third prototypes by May 2011. Nervomatrix then managed to secure funds from private investor in the United States, and up until now actually built and is capable of manufacturing its final version of the product. The product is commercial. We have 43 systems, clinical systems all around the world, majority in the United States, and I would say by today over 70,000 procedures performed with more than 10,000 patients. This is very significant for us. Soliv, our product, the technology, basically a collection or array of probes connected to an electrical system which is capable of doing two things. The first one is to actually measure the resistive element of the skin impedance over the back area. And the second one is to apply the therapeutic electrical pulse, specific electrical pulse. The uniqueness of this electrical pulse, the probe is relatively small, therefore the current density is very high, so that the energy is very intense relative to the size of the area. And this is actually accelerating or causing the body to further release its own natural painkillers. So this array of probes are connected into a robotic or sort of a motion system which actually works like a scanner. It scans the 30 by 20 centimeters, capable of scanning 30 by 20 centimeters area to measure the electrical resistance of the skin. It is then generating a two-dimensional, actually grayscale map, like similar to a diagnostic procedure. And based on this information, it is capable of, it is activating some unique algorithms to locate the pain trigger point or the relevant area to actually apply the therapeutic pulse. Following that, it will go back to the same points that it targeted and apply these pulses. When we speak about back pain, or in specific lower back pain, it affects significant size of the population. This is known to everyone. And normally, people with chronic back pain will undergo 1, 2, or 3 episodes per year, sometimes even 4 or 5. Majority are not suffering 24/7. And each episode, such episode that makes their life extremely difficult, lasts somewhere between 8 weeks to 10 or 12 weeks. And approximately 60% of these patients are what the medical experts will call non-specific, since they are actually diagnosed as back pain or lower back pain sufferers, but they don't have any medical explanation as to why they suffer. They have some explanation, but these are not focused enough to allow invasive procedures such as surgery, for example. Something specific that can be done, such as disc hernia that can be treated in multiple alternatives. So these patients basically are circulating the medical system, and the only thing that they look for is to relieve the pain. And these are the majority, and these are our target population. We position Soliv, our product, as the first solution of what we call the second phase of treatment of low back pain. The first phase is the normal phase, which patients will normally undergo. They will go to seek for physiotherapy or relatively not strong medication, pain relief medication, or acupuncture, or spinal manipulation, heat and cold therapy. At a certain step, they will go back to their physician and say, we don't have any, this is not working for us. And then they will enter into the second level. They are basically eligible to start with heavy medication, injections, steroid injection, nerve blocks, epidural injections. And we want these patients that are entering the second level to, first of all, go and receive treatment or treatment series with Soliv, with our product. Basically, our customers or the users are practitioners or owners of community clinics, which treats pain as an indication. We face, generally speaking, in the pain arena, there are a number of barriers for us. General barrier that is relevant to everyone is that although the market is huge and there are a lot of sufferers and everybody looks for solutions with positive clinical outcome, since there are not many good solutions that are not invasive and that are drug-free, the other side of this coin is that the practitioners and the patients are skeptical to anything new that is coming because of their not so good experience over the past decades, I would say. So this is one barrier that we really fight strongly to demonstrate that the clinical outcome is significantly better than other modalities. And the second barrier is that our product, Soliv, is very expensive compared to any other piece of equipment that is normally placed in a pain clinic. So this adds to our big efforts, and our major concern is to show that we are simply more effective. And it starts, we see some good outcome and good results from practitioners that actually see patients that are taking less medication and that are returning to receive the Soliv, the treatment with Soliv. And they are encouraged, and now we see a beginning of, I would say, a beginning of good results to our effort.